This is Francie. Long hair, real lashes, and bendable legs. She's mod, you know, like new. And all her clothes are mod too. Real kicky things. Granny gowns, ruby jumpers, and stockings like wild. Francie, Mattel's Marvy new teenage doll. She's what's happening. You can tell she's Mattel. She's groovy.
So here we have this beautiful twist and turn Francie. She is very stiff and she's just a little bit dirty. I don't really know if somebody like really played with her that much. They did, they must have really treasured her. I do see some pierced ears, so they probably did play with her even a little. But she's super tight, honestly, check that out. She's just very dirty. I mean, I would be too. I get dirty after a day here in Florida.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
We are going to restore this Francie doll. You're going to learn how to do Francie's hair. We're probably going to give her some more blush, and then honestly, this doll will be good to go. I love Francie so much. And this one, again, is such a beautiful example and very well preserved, and I was honestly very surprised that I was able to get this doll. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with a hot water bath. So unfortunately, my sink drain has decided to stop plugging for the moment.
Christ, you're going to be my 13th reason.
So we're going to improvise, and we're just going to give her a splash of hot water and get her pretty saturated. But you're going to use some dish soap. Per usual, you're just going to use the same stuff that I use in every single restoration video. I'm going to use a soap of some kind. I like to use dish soap because it's very fragrant and it removes a lot of grease, and sometimes these dolls can be pretty greasy. Oh my god, so gross. I mean, what do I expect? I mean, like, she is pretty dirty, but she's not like that dirty. That makes sense, right? Woof. Oh my god. That is so gross. I'm gonna go and wet the toothbrush. I'm going to dip it into the baking soda. I'm gonna put some right there. I'm going to pack some on her face, and it can sit there just for a little bit. There you go. Now this Francie has like a lighter colored face. She's a low color. She's not a high color doll. So I'm not going to be like super abrasive whenever it comes to scrubbing her face. I know it looks like I'm scrubbing them to Hell in Half creation, but I'm not really.
That is a lie.
We're not done scrubbing her yet, but just look how dirty she is. Oh my god. I'm gonna do it again. Just gonna get her really clean. I mean, this Francie's so beautiful, she doesn't even need to be recolored. She just might need some more blush, but even then, like, she's gorgeous.
Hello, gorgeous.
So beautiful. Getting these legs right here. Make sure to get under your doll's scalp if they are really filthy, because there's also dirt probably in there as well, and you want to tackle that also. Okay, Francie's starting to look pretty good. I'm going to give her just one more bath, just out of good measure. Conditioner. Put that on your doll and just start lathering. Take a comb, just start brushing. the torso when I brush hair. And that is for any fashion doll, because sometimes the neck joint can be a little bit fragile. And even though she's on a neck knob body, those tend to break off too sometimes. Okay, Francie is ready for her first boil wash. So to keep Francie's bangs down when I'm giving her her first boil wash, I put on one of my handmade plastic cellos, and I will leave a link in the description down below where you can find the video where I teach you how to make these. And they're very useful for bangs that are very stubborn. So I like to use these sometimes on display, like with my American Girl doll bangs, which never really seem to be, laying down flat like they should. So sometimes I will put them on top of her and kind of like train them in position. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour boiling water that I have in my electric kettle right on top. Francie has very nice quality hair. She's got saran hair. Now, if you are doing this to an African American Francie, tread lightly, because that Francie has a different hair texture. Usually, I'm going to say usually, there's one that actually does use saran, but usually you will be able to find it with a cheaper kind of hair that it reacts very much like a Kanekalon to boiling water. So you would like to use hot water with it, but not boiling water, because hot water is all it needs. It's very delicate. And again, that's going to be more on the African American Francies or the dolls that have the color magic kind of hair that collectors have coined that phrase. But after you pour the boiling water on her the first time, this is how her hair should look. See, it looks very nice. So now we're going to get on with the styling of Francie's hair.
Excitement clothes, Francie Fashion 68. Kicky new colors and patterns for Francie and Casey. Mini checks, perfect for Francie shopping trips. The Hill Riders, groovy for any picnic or outing. There's a whole wardrobe of new Francie and Casey fashions for 68. They are excitement clothes. They're from Mattel.
With one boil wash done, it is time to style this Francie. So go ahead, brush out her hair, and we're going to separate it into sections. I'm going to go ahead and remove the foam bits from my curlers. I'm going to use 4, maybe potentially. There we go. And I am going to start to separate the hair from right up here, like where you can see her ear. Right there. This can be one of your sections. Brush down. Take a perm paper. I made these out of paper towels. Okay, come down and curl up. Okay. And this is what you're going to do, all right? Just take it in sections, like so. I'm going to make 4 sections, like I mentioned before. And the reason I use perm papers is so that I can get a consistent, like, swatch of hair in here, where it all goes up in the direction where I need it to go. Okay, just 2 more to do. Go right behind the ear, right there, and then go right here. And with Francie's hair, you want to curl up. She has that really pretty flip. And one more to do. And again, curl up. And there we go. Now she's ready for her next boil wash. It's time for her second boil wash. Pour it directly onto the curls. And you can go ahead and get those bangs again. What we're gonna do next is we're gonna take some diluted gel. This is about 10% got to be glued, this kind right here, and 90% water mixed together. And I'm just putting this where I want it. So because Francie has older saran, it's gonna curl pretty much instantly. It's a lot different than the new saran that's out today, but what we're going to do is we're going to let her sit and dry just for a little bit. I'm not going to have her dry completely. I'm going to have her hair be just a little bit on the damp side, so that way I can manipulate it into the shape that I would like it. So her hair is a little bit dry, so we're just going to take them out of the curlers like so. And for super tight curls, you're just going to let the hair completely dry. But with Francie, she's got like more of a relaxed flip. All right, so I'm gonna take my brush, my comb, and I'm just going to brush down and use my finger and flip. Use the rat tail comb part, point it down. Like so, see? Okay, I'm gonna do that again over here. Brush down, turn up, and flip. Now it might look a little bit crazy right now, but that's all right. We're gonna fix that.
Sure, Jan.
So the reason why I wanted the hair to be wet still is because we're not completely done with its set. So we want this doll's hair to be nice and flat and trim. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this thread, wrap it around her neck joint right there. So wrap it around the neck knob. And now we're going to take it around and wrap it around the hair itself. Tie it in a knot and just cut off the excess. And don't be afraid to play with the flip a bit as you do it. Go. Take the comb and brush down. Can. There we go. All right. So there we are. Now, once this dries, it's going to look pretty normal.
You are a lot more intelligent than you look.
Why, thank you. I wish I could say the same of you.
If you are concerned about the bangs poking back up, you can go ahead and place the plastic cello on top of them, because again, her hair is still a little bit damp and we would like it to dry in this form right here and not have the curls going out all crazy like. But when she's dry, we're going to take off the cello, take out the thread, and brush it out completely, and look at Francie in her glorious transformation. And after a while, Francie's hair will be dry, so you can remove the plastic cello. And you can leave it like this if you'd like to, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in and cut the thread and just take that off. And I'm just gonna brush out the hair. And since it's nice and clean, we can start from the root to the tip and you can use your finger to curl the hair into its shape, and boom, you've got a pretty Francie whenever you brush out her hair. And this will work out on more dolls than just Francie. You can do this with all types of Barbies. And check that out. Francie now has her flawless curls and she looks absolutely terrific. So now you can see that Francie is done and she looks a lot better from when I first got her. Her hair is nice and flippy and she's ready to wear a really mod looking outfit. Now, something about this particular doll that I'm not going to show in this video is leg stain treatment. So sometimes these dolls will have little stains on their legs, and if her legs look powdery, it's because I put talcum powder on them. I do that before I put like Francie clothes on because some of them are made with very delicate fabrics. But a product that you can use to take out some of these stains will be Remove Sit. Remove Sit is really, really nice. It works the fastest that I've found whenever it comes to stains. You can also use acne remover, but that seems to leave a film, whereas the Remove Sit does not. Now, the reason why I'm not taking out the stains of this particular doll is because for my needs in my collection, these dolls I know have all been worked on. I know that they are all vintage, and sometimes that means that you have to think about, as far as like restoration goes, is it worth it in the end? These dolls, the dolls made from 1967 to about 1973, are made with a different type of vinyl that fades over time, very similar to the 1959 to 1960 Barbie dolls. This vinyl, if I were to put Remove Sit or any kind of peroxide on the legs to remove the stain, will not only take off that stain color, it will also take off the color that is dyed onto the plastic itself, as when it is poured, it is a different color than what it is dyed, which is why it fades and why it is so porous sometimes and becomes either yellowish or just plain white. You could use some inks, maybe some Copic markers to try to fix that, but I, on the other hand, I like to just think about what is it going to do for me in the end. In the end, I'm going to put her in a pair of tights. I'm going to put her in a pair of pants. I'm going to put her on my display, and to be honest with you, I'm going to forget all about those stains. So that is why currently I'm not going to work on those stains. But again, if you would like to, this is a terrific product and I'm going to tell you how to use it. You want to take either a little dollop on your finger if you're wearing a glove or on a Q-tip, lay it onto the stained product, wrap it in saran wrap and put it under a heated surface, whether that be underneath a heated lamp or whether that be outside underneath the sun. Also, before you go, let me know if you like Francie content. Francie is one of my favorite Barbie characters in the Barbie family, and I do have quite a few of them, so if you are craving more Francie content, let me know down below and I will definitely make some for you. I hope this video has helped you all with your Francie doll hair restyles for my Barbie hair tutorials. So please stay tuned. If you like what you saw, please leave a like, leave a comment, and share with all your friends. I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Hey, come with me. I'm gonna show you what's happening in the world of Francie.
The world of Francie. She's the newest, kickiest thing you've ever seen, with long, flippy hair, real eyelashes, and her own eyelash brush. The world of Francie. Francie's the very latest. She's got kicky go-go skirts and mod stockings. And now she twists and turns at the waist and bends at the legs. You can even get her with a special mod carrying case. The world of Francie. Francie, where the newest happening is a swinging new friend named Casey with a groovy short haircut. Casey also twists and turns and wears Francie's clothes, like wild raincoats, bell-bottoms, and far-out formals. This is the swinging world, the just now world, the world of Francie and Casey. They're what's happening. They're from Mattel.